Joining us now from New Orleans is broadcaster and commentator Jeff Crouer. Jeff, thank you for joining us. Look, in breaking news, just as we record this, Donald Trump has signed a sweeping order blocking travel to the US from nearly 20 countries identified as high risk for terrorism, visa abuse, and failure to share security information. Now, the new travel restrictions apply to nationals from countries including Afghanistan, Iran, Somalia, Libya, and Yemen, all deemed very high risk due to terrorist activity, weak or hostile governments, and high visa overstay rates. Now, this, of course, comes after the horrific Colorado terror attack, where Egyptian national Mohammed Solomon, who entered the United States during the Biden administration and then overstayed his visa, is, of course, accused of setting multiple people on fire at a pro-Israel demonstration, including an elderly Holocaust survivor, in a clear anti-Semitic terror attack, and he was allegedly shouting "Free Palestine." Can I get your reaction to Donald Trump's decision today, this major move blocking travel to the United States?
Well, it goes along with his first term. Remember, in his first term, this was one of the first things that he did, and it created a firestorm of controversy. So I was waiting for when this would happen in the second term, and now it has. And of course, there are 20 nations with very spotty records as far as their own criminal justice system. That people that have come here from those countries have committed acts of terror. My radio station is just a few blocks away from where we had a terror attack here in New Orleans on New Year's Day. That was a person inspired by ISIS. Of course, the one in Boulder you just referenced was an Egyptian national who overstayed his visa. And that's the problem. We've got a lot of people here in this country that are here illegally and that want to do harm to Americans. So I think the president's wise to act. He's got the strong support of the American people to do this. It's the area that I think he's been most successful in his second term, and that is border security and dealing with this illegal immigration problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is an update on the family of Mohammed Solomon, the Egyptian national who is the key suspect in the Colorado terror attack. Now, his family members were also facing deportation due to visa violations, but a Biden administration appointed federal judge in Colorado has now halted the deportation of his wife and 5 children. Now, Republicans are slamming Democrats for putting illegals ahead of Americans. What's your reaction to this?
Oh, I would agree. This has been going on now ever since Donald Trump started his second term. Everything he does, they're taking to court, they're finding sympathetic judges, and they're trying to halt what the president's policies are. We, the people of the United States, over 77 million people voted for Donald Trump and his policies. Democrats are trying to go through judges, sympathetic judges, to stop the president from implementing what he campaigned on, what the voters said they wanted. Joe Biden, when he was president, was able to get more judges confirmed than Donald Trump. So there are a lot of Biden judges out there, a lot of very sympathetic judges to these Democrats filing lawsuits. So they're going to find judges. They'll go venue shopping. They'll find judges to stop different pieces of the Trump agenda. And a lot of it will have to be decided by the Supreme Court.
Jeff, I want to speak to you about the big, beautiful bill. Elon Musk has lashed out at Trump's big, beautiful bill, calling it a disgusting abomination. He wrote on X, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it." Now, looking at the bill, we know that it makes some tax cuts permanent. It allocates spending for the wall, for border security, and cuts some Medicaid benefits. Now, Musk's concern is that it's estimated the bill would add approximately $2.4 trillion to the national debt over the next decade. Hearing these concerns, I think some people agree with what Musk is pointing out. Then others also see that Trump needs to get this through. What influence does Musk have at this point, and what are your thoughts about it?
Well, I just want to commend Elon Musk for everything he did for our country, serving in a volunteer capacity as head of Doge, really putting his businesses at risk. He had all these attacks on Tesla dealerships, Tesla owners. So he did all of this for the American people, and he went through all of this. They identified 170 billion in cuts, and he didn't see any of it in this big, beautiful bill. Now they've come forward with a anemic $9.3 billion rescission bill that is just a joke, just the small fraction of what they've identified. So
Mm.
I think he's raising legitimate concerns. I think a lot of people that are fiscal hawks, fiscal conservatives, think that this bill should have had a lot more spending cuts. Our budget deficit right now is knocking on the door of $37 trillion. We've added about 800 billion since Donald Trump became president just 4.5 months ago. So it's literally out of control.